Hello everybody, Mike Brailsford of Brailsford Works. Thank you for joining me back on my channel. Today I am going to do a bunch of colored bowls, and I want to use as vivid a color as I can because they are huge sellers. They don't last. Every time I make some, they go that next show. So I've got this Magnolia that have cored and is all dried and ready to go. I think the light color of the Magnolia lends itself to being dyed. So we'll see how that works out. Let's go.
So this video is going to be about how I do a production run of colored bowls. So I'm running through the last of the Magnolia I have. I had already gone through, did a production run, coring and rough turning, and now I'm going to do the finishing. And like I said earlier, the light color of the Magnolia and the grain of it really lends itself to being colored. So I don't have any trees right now, but if I ever get the opportunity to get more Magnolia, I am going to grab onto it because it's been a good wood to turn, especially for this. So I've done videos in the past on how I do production run finishing bowls, so I'm not going to loiter on that too much. So here I'm just going to show you again how I do it in general. I'm running through all my bowls, so that all doing the one step on finishing the outside and getting it to the shape that I want and getting the tenon to the size that I want. So here I'm showing how I use the bowl reversing plate, which I learned to use when I took my lesson with Glenn Lucas. Here I'm using my skew to make a dovetail on the tenon and get it to the size that I need. So after I finish doing the outside of all the bowls, I move and do all of the insides of all the bowls. That includes getting it down to its final shape, taking care of the rim, and also sanding it outside as well as inside. So using a 6-inch disc is the technique that Glenn Lucas taught me to do.
All right, so what I'm going to do now is I've got the outside sanded to 400 grit, and I've got the inside sanded to 80 grit, and I don't want to go any further on the inside because I want to put my dye in the outside, so if there's any bleed over onto the rim, I'll be able to then sand it off. So I'm going to apply my unicorn spit, and this is Blue Thunder, their color, and it is by far my best-selling color when I have it. It is a gorgeous, like, cobalt blue, and I mix it with a little bit of water. I mix it with some water and a little bit of rubbing alcohol, 90%, and that helps it evaporate and dry a little faster.
I use a foam brush to apply the unicorn spit. I find it works best, and I can either turn the bowl manually or sometimes I turn it on so it's spinning very slowly and apply it in that way. I'm applying the same blue to one more bowl because they are such great sellers. So now you'll see me apply a few more colors. Some of the colors look a lot different once the finish has been applied over the top. I've sanded the outside to 400 and the inside to 80 again. And this time I'm going to use my second best-selling color. And this one's Molly Red Pepper. All right.
So let's get on with coloring this one.
I really think the red speaks for itself. And again, this shows how I apply it with the lathe spinning. So now I'm on to sanding all of the interiors of the bowls up to 400. Now you'll see me applying my General Finishes wood ball finish to all of them. I will do multiple coats. I'm just going to show you one of the coats, but I run through each and every one of the bowls before I turn it around on my cold jaws and take the tenon off. So now I have all the finish applied. It's just a matter of taking the tenon off of each one of the bowls, and I'll do that on my cold jaws. I work from the largest bowls down to the smallest, so I minimize the number of times that I have to change the cushions. So coming up, you'll see stills of some of the bowls. I'm not going to show all of them because some of them were sold. Yeah, and I'm pretty happy with how they all came out. Thank you all for watching. Everyone have a great day. Please join me back on Broswood Woodworks.